Hello, everybody. I am back. Yes, it is true. So, welcome or welcome back. Maybe you didn't know I was on a hiatus, but I, as always, aspire to be here more for you guys. I know that you are all looking for some guidance, or else you wouldn't be here today. We're in a different area of the homestead because we've got some new puppies in the mix. We're going to get for you some collective messages, see what we're talking about. But check out the Daily Dharma, if you will. That's already posting. And welcome to Impressive Warrior. This is Dina. Let's see what we're talking about today. It says mirroring you to gain popularity, and that somebody has no authentic identity. Okay. And that you are unbothered, you have 0 F's to give, a mother lover. and we've got Dirt Church coming up next. So it looks like somebody has, well, let's tell you too, this last one here, we've got this other people card. Has a lot of names on there. I don't know if any of those are names that you know. There's group energy, the public eye. So there's some kind of scrutiny, people observing something that happened where people could see it or witness it in a social community. Could be a church, for instance, or some like PTA, PTO, whatever they call it these days, or group sports. I don't know what all you guys do. Work, hobbies, friend groups, of course, obviously. So mirroring you to gain popularity, no authentic identity. Interesting that we should have that. Let's do some tarot today, and I'll go back and forth. So we're getting a Queen of Pentacles coming out, somebody who might be in their crone era, masculine or feminine, but they're in very much in their values and in their own type of magic. They've got their own book of wisdom at their feet. One is open. So it seems I was hearing somebody might be trying to read you out of the book, take a page out of my book or something like that. But it seems like the way that it's hitting you is I've got this Ace of Cups here. So it seems like you have this way about you, this glamour or mystique, an ability to captivate and fascinate others. And I see this woman comes across very Nine of Pentacles-esque, very independent on her own, looking graceful and well put together. It's like even in sweatsuit, you could still have your messy ponytail. Of course, if that's your vibe, and still look like $1,000,000. And this person's over here wearing, their best in they're over their peak years is the way that they're feeling. And they feel like they're unequal to you in some way because others seem to like fall under your spell and fall in love with you. There's a lot of innocence and shared energy of shared emotions and resonance, and this individual wants to play it by some type of a book here instead. And with the star over their head, it really seems that this individual wants to be looked upon as the head of this group in some type of a way, or some type of voice of reason or wisdom, or somebody who has the experience in the situation. They're sitting on a throne as well. So they do have expertise. There's absolutely that. But you're not even looking at them with this Ace of Pentacles, exactly that, unbothered. You're not caring about what they've got going on, but somebody's making it all about the money in some way with the Four of Pentacles on the bottom. Somebody holding tightly to what they've got here, and they've got even these chains on their hair, like there's some significance there to some. And spirit, this dragon energy, is trying to get their attention and trying to say, what good is this life if not shared? What good is having any amount of love if you don't open your heart, type of a thing. Coming out next is the Two of Wands. I'm seeing that cat that really has a lot of love and resonance with you is facing another individual who may be like part of this encampment, very structured and has the wands and wants you to choose, wants them to choose this cat energy, and it's looking panicked. So there's some kind of choosing sides here. Not real cool. Okay. Let's see about this 0 F's to give here. Okay, yeah, you get the Judgment card. And this is one of my favorite Judgment cards ever from the Cat People Tarot. Check that out. It's her busting forth from this cocoon. The cat's coming with her. It's ready and able to jump in with all 4 paws into its 9th life. It's like, yeah, bring it. I've had these other experiences. It's like, the reason you're not bothered is because you've been through this either with this person or with other people in similar ways your entire life, and you've really figured out who you are and what you stand for, where your alignment is. And so it's like, yeah, this public space. I feel like also this is showing all these bubbles, you and your tribe and the others who are witnessing you just coming back, not ready to fight, but ready to celebrate every time. And you say what needs to be said, and you do the work that needs to be done, and you come with fresh eyes and a fresh heart to every interaction. And so then we have coming out next this Queen of Cups, again with a doting cat right there at her side. I don't know if you guys can hear that. The chickens are going nuts out there, making their own little symphony. But the Queen of Cups here, it seems like somebody is bringing you some kind of, it seems like a gift. It seems like somebody is either giving you an elevated compliment or some type of position, or asking you for advice or something, but they're bringing their cup to you. Somebody of importance too. It's like there's this Queen of Pentacles that thinks that you could be doing it better, but then there's this Queen of Cups who's like, yeah, I think that you're on to something here, and I really appreciate you. And it comes out also with this 4 of Wands. So I don't know if you sing or play an instrument, but again, with those cats, I mean, you're having some type of a very soothing, healing, and cozy influence upon these cats. So in some cases, it may very well be that you're working with animal energy and doing some type of animal healing or animal communication or animal whispering. But to me, it looks like the members of this group, whether it's people watching you online, people driving past your place, or at your business, say that you work with a lot of customers, you've got a very open and welcoming demeanor. You are somebody who brings the light and the smile. You could very well also be somebody who works at a place that serves drinks, because these drinks have this elixir of life in them. And it's like the recipe that you're cooking up, this smile that you're bringing up, or the words that you're able to speak into existence. Oh, my puppy's having a dream. It's like you are bringing this effervescence up. And it's like I'm also even feeling like people having like, I know this might be gross to some, but like burping. Have you ever seen where people sometimes burp when they're trying to get an energy out of themselves? Other people get really tired, and we're seeing that with these animals kind of like laying back and closing their eyes. So maybe you're giving some type of a presentation or speech or communication, and people are feeling so relaxed and emotionally safe in your presence that they're able to either fall asleep, or maybe you're actually doing some type of other healing arts. It comes also out with the Nine of Cups. So this is a masculine energy with the cups, but that same type of energy with the effervescence. So for some of you that are in your era of looking for partnership, there may be some type of a companionability here with this Nine of Cups and Queen of Cups energy. Or it might be people that have a similar energy moving in a similar direction with a similar cup of love. But it looks to me very, very structured. It's giving me business, some type of business that you really love. And so the reason why you're so fresh and unbothered is not only because you've dealt with this before. Was that 1111 there? But because also you have so much going for you that you're super excited and just ready to get one thing done so that you can go on to your next creative adventure. So it's like you've got all of these cups full and at the ready. Which thing you want to talk about? You have a lot of interest, you have a lot of wisdom, you have a lot of topics, and you can be a Jack or a Jane of all topics, like some type of Renaissance man or woman that is able to just move through life with this excitement and anticipation of what's next. And it seems like you having the ability to take this rest and to lay down your wands and creativity to take a rest bothers some people. But because I forgot to say, because there's two little cats over here on this distant hill looking at you guys, and the way that you are coming together, and they're feeling either excluded or they're excluding themselves because they're in some type of envy or jealousy vibe or something because of how much emotional capacity you have. So what's up with this? Yeah, this dirt church here. Okay. So we're getting Five of Pentacles. Looks like a fight between people of a similar tribe because they have the same outfit on. It's almost like sister and brothers fighting against each other. And the moon in the background. And I'm not sure what's going on over in the other area, but yeah, this comes out with both the Hermit from the Dragon deck and the Death card, two very powerful major arcana. So the Hermit card, no big shock here because you're unbothered, because you have a very full life, so that you have your social time and then you have your alone time. And when you go into your solitude, you have your own texts and things that you are reading to replenish your energy. But where this Queen of Pentacles over here has her hand on the dragon, this Hermit card shows that you are the dragon. And so here's what I'm getting out of that is that you've had your ego death, you've had your spiritual awakening, you have shed all of these layers and these cobwebs from a long time ago. And so people don't necessarily understand why you're not doing it by the rules that the family or the church or this established order has dictated and run itself by. But you are saying, well, I've come into this other knowledge. You are like one of the dragonborn, and they are still studying about those who are the dragonborn. Do you know what I'm saying? And so they have to memorize lines where you just open your mouth and you speak the dragon truth. And it's a treasure to behold, is what others are saying. It's the elixir of life. I mean, damn, right? What else could you be? And so you've got this Nine of Pentacles coming out over there as well with Dirt Church, where you don't need to be in somebody else's establishment if it is going to get this for you. It's like, that's not giving thanks. That's not peace. That's nothing but creative juice. And you know, when people struggle against somebody who can transmute it this way into so much replenishment and rejuvenation and joy, then it just keeps leveling you up and sinking them down if they aren't able to face up to their transformation from the universe. So both of these, very much Dirt Church. So you go and do your own solitude time, and then when you share it forward, it's like people, why am I hearing the milkshake song? How inappropriate. Bringing all the animals to the yard. So it's not necessarily um, a milkshake. It's like, whatever. Maybe you're serving lattes. Maybe you are serving adult drinks at the pub. I don't know. But there's some type of energy that, whether it's the darkest night and you're in a dark dive or something like this of a place, you bring the light and people can bask in the glow of that knowledge. And so you're over here outshining somebody and not intending to, but it's because of the amount of time that you spend studying the actual universe, speaking directly to the universe, and aligning with your essence and your pure authenticity. And the more authentic you are, the more powerful you are, and therefore the more authentic you are, because you're not afraid to be yourself. All right, let's get a few more of these. So what's going to happen with this individual that is trying to follow in your footsteps? I'm feeling a lot of resentment and fear. One moment. Interesting, we do get Animal Whisperer here. So, let's get a few more out, because they do have their dragon by their side. They could be gaining some insights, looking at the animals and signs and synchronicities that are appearing in their path. Like, let's say, for instance, this person might have some type of animal that's been showing itself, like a cardinal, and that might represent their departed loved one. And we get line in the sand. So interesting. I just need a little bit more on that. So I don't know if they feel like you have excluded them by drawing some type of boundary or being firm with them when they were asking you to follow some type of dictate that they gave. Yeah, there's intimidation tactics. Your light makes me feel overshadowed. I think we said that. And they feel like the way that you're having this effect on other people, they feel it's some type of potential magic that you're invoking and that you are manipulating others, because I think that they are a manipulator. So that's what they think that you are doing with your energy. They think that you have glamour hooks on other individuals. This type of Black Widow femme fatale energy gives that, you might put on a certain type of pheromone perfume, or you might wear your cleavage out or something, and how dare you. But I think that if any of this stuff, or, for the men, maybe you wear your skinny jeans and this person has a pot belly and feels threatened by your curves. I mean, who knows? It can be endless, but there's something about this individual being threatened by you that has very much to do with the process of aging here, I'm seeing. And it doesn't need to be a literal age, but let's say that somebody has been working in a position for 20 years since the time that they were old enough to have a job. So did I say 20? So 18 to 38. And somebody comes in and they might be 44, but they've got fresh eyes and they've got this youthful energy. And so even though they're not older in age, it's like there's something about the way that you guys are dressing, the way that you guys are standing, the way that one person's skin is glowing and the other person is having some type of crepey breakdown. And I would say, if for any of the cross watchers, don't forget, please, that things in the body are able to be fed. So if your skin is looking a way that makes you feel a certain way, you know, might be right for you to look at things like collagen or light therapy. Because this person's over here hating rather than helping themselves by leading a healthier life and glowing from the inside out. They think that you're lucky and that you have something that they don't. But all you're doing is making healthier choices. So they're over here stirring the pot, destabilizing the group. So that's unfortunate. So back to you here. So what is this energy that looks like group and having multiple things going on at once, taking a little bit of a rest, maybe having some behind the scenes friends time with some of the individuals in a coworker situation, but others are not necessarily invited or part of the in crowd? Compromise on what's for dinner, but not with your values. Okay. So if there's something that you are trying to work up with a group, I'm hearing a vehicle outside, that's weird. If there's something you're trying to work up with a group, there's certain things that you're willing to compromise on and other things that you are not willing to compromise on. So choose your battle. We've got that you are a multi-dimensional manifester. Exactly. And that you remain undefined by past trauma, your current holdings, or old opinions. Old opinions sticking out underneath, rooted and unshakable. Exactly. You're unbothered because you believe in yourself, not because of an unfounded faith, but because you actually do the necessary things and you've come to rely upon yourself and you have faith that things are going to go in your way, because when they do, that's great. And when they don't, you learn, you redirect, and you move towards what is going to be better. Yeah. And that type of perspective leaves you constantly booked for your attention and energy. Everybody wants your attention, and you're blessed. You're blessed by feeling like you can take a break, feeling like if those dishes sit in the sink, it is not the end of the world, because you believe that you are lovable even if you don't always do the dishes, for instance. Those stupid things bother people differently. Their fear fuels your faith. Exactly. And we already said that, so I'm not surprised that one came out. So anything further on this dirt church, you bringing in this energy of heightened awareness, having gone through your transformations. We again have their fear fuels your faith. It's a tongue twister, I guess. And this allows you to surpass doubters and to accomplish the extraordinary. So also, if you have something that you are super diligently committed to and working on, that people are like, perhaps had their doubts or were saying that, oh, you're never going to do that, or you dream too big, or um, you and what army? Well, you come in with your spirit team and you bring forward the extraordinary. It's like your organization, your faith, and your ability to flow helps you to get more done than people who are constantly on the struggle bus, going around the cul-de-sac again and again, the traffic circle again and again and again. Spirit's giving you an enormous yes for whatever situation this is talking about for you. Allow it to happen and make it happen, because you are about to show up and show out with some extraordinary accomplishment that will change something dramatically for you. It will help you to close out some old chapters. It will increase your ability to be rooted and unshakable. And then we have Metatron coming in as a master builder, supporter for you to build this dream, whatever you are birthing into reality, because of the way that you don't hoard and hold on to the lessons and the messages and the downloads and the emotions that are part of the experience of the life, the elixir of life that you experience. You're not hoarding that and like wasting it in just like trying to stick it in a pot for later. You're like out there spreading it all around. And so all that light that you're spreading out can't help but bounce off every surface and just keep reflecting back on you and reflecting and reflecting. And so in this way, everything that you're doing, the things that you're saying, the way that you're saying them, and who you are aligning with, and who you're not giving up on too, is showing your character out loud and proud. And so all of that energy, all of that love, all of those blessings that you have been inundating out into the world are coming back tenfold upon you. And Metatron is able to use this exponentially to assist you to organize and direct and invoke patterning those light codes into structured, organized building codes, and things are coming forward. So if you're engaged in physical building as well, you might want to work with Metatron. So let's switch our deck. Since you've got an individual here that's giving you a hard time, let's just go ahead and get some Akashic Tarot here. Just a quick truncated Celtic cross. I'll also say, if I didn't say it earlier, I am, for a limited time only, this August, this remaining portion of August 2025, I'm holding a super deep discount special just to get me back out here. And we're doing 20 minutes pre-recorded video personal readings for only $22.22 American. So I've only got Venmo right now as far as a Cash App type situation. So if you think I should get on another one, go ahead and suggest which one that you like to work with, and we'll find that out. Let's see. Okay, we've got a few cards coming out. The first one out is, again, another Queen of Roses, Queen of Hearts energy, very reflective and loving. And so it's like your inner kingdom, your inner sanctuary is full of love instead of full of doubts and fears and anxieties and projected energies and jealousies and envies, like other people have wasted their time thinking unloving thoughts about themselves and others. You're over here in this unconditional love energy, experiencing yourself, giving yourself permission to continue to bloom under the stars, under the sun. and to drink in all of the experiences that life has to offer. And so this is helping you to dig out that karmic trench. And perhaps it also helps you to be a magnet for those who are desperately needing that and have not been able to figure out or understand how to do that in their own life. And so as they're mirroring you, it might come across here as more of a kind of spiteful energy, but sometimes it's like all press is good press. All attention and doubting eyes can ultimately, even though they're projections, because you are safe and secure and protected, you're breaking through the views of other people's egos, and you are truly showing people what it means to be a real-time manifester. And so you're here for the ascension journey, and you're showing people how to get to that mountaintop. And recently you've been really clearing the way, clearing communications, and getting something just called out. Like there's been an elephant in the room blocking progress at every turn, somebody throwing spanners in the works at every turn. And so you can't get all of these resources down the way to the homestead here, but very, very, very soon that is going to be cleared away, and whatever blockage has been standing between yourself and being able to accept and magnetize all of these blessings and abundance, it's about to come through in big ways. Because somebody I used to watch told this story about some kind of story, a movie that had this, like they didn't know why no one was coming, but then all of a sudden the road got cleared and they had droves of people. That's kind of the imagery I'm getting, though I don't know the movie because I've not seen it. And the last one here, moving forward, loving elementals, the Three of Roses. So Three of Hearts in other decks is the heartbreak card, but look at you coming in fresh, ready to put all of these group energies and dynamics to work. It's like, hey guys, are you ready? And everybody's like, hey, I thought we were fighting. You're like, I love you. Hug, hug. Let's do this. Oh, I thought about what you said. And you know what that makes me think? Blah, 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 blah. You're ready for it. You're here for it underneath the deck, but somebody's caught in the ruins. So we can't always help every single one, but you're setting the standard high and others are mirroring you, and ultimately they will have the choice whether to follow you fully or just watch you. So I hope that helps everybody. There isn't a soul on this earth or in this multiverse that doesn't crave your approval. So maybe somebody who's acting like that really needs you to acknowledge that they're good just how they are, for the things that set them apart and not the things that are in alignment with you. So compliment somebody on the way that they see things, if that's a possibility in the situation, and keep coming back. Love in spite of it all. This is something that's probably spanned many lifetimes. I go where you go, they will follow in your footsteps, and they might be kind of crushing on your energy.